And then with long snappers, Jordan, has he been hurt, or is this a deal where you felt like Chase is just the better fit?
I felt like, at the time Jordan came in with the role, but we thought that Chase was going to be in constant competition for it. And then at the end of the day, we needed somebody that could actually help cover a little bit better down the field, and we felt like that Chase gave us a little bit better coverage opportunity.
How's Caleb handled the change in roles this week?
Well, I think anybody that gets sat down at any given point in time is not going to be excited about it, which is good, which I'm fine with. So we were actually just after practice getting some extra work in. And, he's a competitor. He wants to compete. He wants to have every opportunity to go out there and get the job done. And he understands that if he's not getting the job done, that he gets replaced. So I think like anybody that's an athlete in any situation, they want to have more opportunities to do better. And I think he's embraced that.
You got Tyron back this week, it looks like. I mean, what's he going to bring, just having that extra body on your front seven?
Well, I think anytime you get more depth, it's going to be good for you. So I think he's going to bring a little bit of consistency for us, a little bit. He's been in the chaos a couple of times, and a lot of times when you have to play some younger guys or guys that haven't had as many game reps, the chaos of a game and the situation of things changing on the fly and halftime adjustments kind of sometimes takes over a little bit in their mind. And so when you got a guy like him that's able to calm the situation down, it helps everybody out.
This has been an ankle that's kind of slowed him down a lot.
Yeah, he tweaked it a couple of weeks ago. He should be fine.
Mm-hmm. Personnel-wise on special teams, is that kind of a work?
A flux?
Yeah,
it's been in flux a little bit. I think we've moved a couple of guys around again, and every week it's getting better. It's not anywhere where anybody wants it to be, but yeah, there's been a couple of changes going on in there.
What do you look for as you make those changes?
Well, you look for the guys that can run and tackle. I'll be honest with you. And what you need to find is guys that, while they have their role either on offense or on defense, that you're not completely expending them on special teams. So they still have the role on offense and defense, but they've got to be able to contribute on some of the special teams coverage opportunities. So it's always a fine balancing act. And at this point in the year, it gets a little bit even more complicated because there's always going to be nicks and bumps and bruises and guys going down, and so you got to be smart in terms of how you're using those guys. So it's always a balancing act.
Is it one of those deals at this point in the year where guys are approaching you and saying, "Hey, put me on special teams"?
Well, they have been all year.
Okay.
They really have been all year. It's just, are they ready to go? Are they not ready to go? Is there room for those guys to be on those units? So it's not a question of having enough guys that want to do it. It's the question of having enough guys that you feel can do it.
Hey, Clayton Thorson, just talk about what he brings and kind of how he'll stress a defense at times.
Yeah, good player, right? Good player. It's going to put us in some situations where we're going to be really fundamentally sound and know exactly what we're doing at all times, or they'll take advantage of it. So we got to do great things there.
And he's hurt Nebraska over the years with his running too. I don't think people look at him as a runner, but he's had like some 50, 60-yard runs.
Has the ability to pull it and go, right? So we've got to make sure that we're really assignment sound with that. It's not the same situation as when we were playing Wisconsin, where their guy doesn't want to run it, right? And so we've got to have the ability to be sound and gap fit on that thing.
Jovan, you get a glimpse at Maurice Washington's capability. I know I got called back, but in the kick return game, of what he can maybe give you in that department.
Well, I think he's pretty explosive. I think it'd be hard to say. It'd be hard to watch the film and say that every time he touches the football, he doesn't look different than some of the other people on the field. And so that it's one of those balancing acts. As his role increases, as he matures through his development, and I don't think he's anywhere near his potential yet. But as he's developing throughout the course of the season, I think his role on offense increases and his role on special teams increases. And you have to have it comes back to the balancing act of how much do you give him in what situation. But he's a kid we've tried to put back there a couple of times. And I think things are finally starting to click for him a little bit in the regard of understanding where to be and how to run things. And so some of that just comes with reps and experience, but you could see his role expanding for sure.
Do you ever worry about what happened with Caleb on
I worry
Saturday?
about it all the time.
With what happened with Caleb on Saturday affecting his other duties when he's out on the field?
Yeah, I think you do. I think to a certain degree. But again, he's a football player, he's an athlete, and so that's what athletes have to deal with, setbacks, and try to overcome those things. I mean, we can't let one bad situation turn into multiple situations. So we got to make sure that we address it with him and we move on and we increase the competition every day.